Hey, good morning. Welcome to ADV with Roscoe. My name's Charles. So I got a package in the mail. So a little backstory. To heat my camper, I've been using a generator for the power to charge computer and whatever, and run my lights. And I used an electric heater because I want the dry heat. So since then, I've bought a Goal Zero and a Dometic refrigerator, and so I no longer need the generator. So I went with Mr. Buddy Heater. Well, it uses a lot of propane and it puts a lot of moisture in the air. So most of my stuff is skiing, so I'm really trying to control the moisture. And the Mr. Buddy Heater did not help, where the electric heat did a fine job with that. But no more generator, no more electric heat. So we went with a diesel heater. So I've seen these all over the internet. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've seen a bunch of people open up the box with a diesel heater in it. I'm gonna cut myself. Never cut towards yourself, that's a Boy Scout thing, you know? So we got the diesel heater. What's cool about this, what's gonna be cool about this is I wanna get another dog, and I don't wanna, a puppy I don't think can be in the camper all day this time of year cold. And I don't want to run the Mr. Buddy Heater with a puppy in there in case they tip it over. I know it's got tip over protection. I know it's got low oxygen protection, but I don't want to take any chances. So not a good option for having a puppy in the camper. So another reason to do the diesel heater. So let's see what's in here. We know what's in here because we've all watched the videos. But we got a fuel tank, which I'm not sure we're going to use. I think we're going to use a roto pack. If I can drill a hole and put the outlet that goes with this into a roto pack, that's what I'm going to use. But we'll have to see. So we got the tank. Looks like the muffler. And again, we already know what's in here. We got the book. Hopefully the instructions are going to be okay. Also, I'm going to try to power this with my Goal Zero 1000, but I just looked up online and it pulls about 12 amps. I need to make sure the cigarette port on the Goal Zero can support that. I'm not sure if it can, but we're going to have to figure that out. Or we're going to have to run it all up to the car battery. I've only got one. All right. What's in this box? So I'm pretty excited about this. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna take to a friend of mine's shop. He's got a nice shop. Get out of the weather, and we're gonna put this thing in. I've got an idea where it's going. Got a fuel line, key. Miscellaneous parts and clamps and hoses and straps and probably intake and exhaust and a duct for where you want to face the warm air and the warm air duct and the wiring harness. So, and a loose little screw rolling around. Only one loose little screw rolling around. So, now let's look at the money. Look at the money part. By the way, I got this on Amazon and I think it was $130. So how do you go wrong with that? We're excited. Ski season hasn't really taken off here in the Pacific Northwest. It's a couple days before Christmas. There's our controller. And so here I am not skiing today, so I'm going to take advantage and put this in. Looks like our fuel pump. So here it is. Wires are these wires look like they've been compromised a little bit. So I went with, so what I have two choices I think. There's a red one and this faux carbon fiber. I went with this because I just thought it would look better in there than the red. And I think this one was 5 watts and the other one was 2 watts. So so I went with the bigger one. I think that was my thought process. All right, well, here it is. Like I said, we've all seen what's in here. Not the key fob. So let's head to my buddy Bud's house and put this thing in his nice, warm, dry shop on this rainy day. So here we go. We're gonna go to Bud's. Put this in.
All right. So we ran into a couple snafus. One, when I left to put this in, my truck wouldn't start. Come to find out, my alternator's bad and I had a bad battery. So we've got a new Optima battery in the truck now, and we're waiting to have an alternator installed the day after Christmas. So, but I have the alternator in the truck. But I also, my plan was to mount this thing. Here, let me turn the camera. Mount it right here, out the side of the camper, and I could exhaust it out the back. But these are not designed to be mounted sideways. They need to be mounted flat, if I'm reading the instructions correctly. So I thought I could build a shelf here and then go down and out. Might be kind of cool. That might be kind of neat. Or remove my cabinet and mount it right here, probably like this, and shoot out underneath the cabinet. So I haven't decided yet. We're still trying to work through that, but hopefully we can figure out which works best. I'm kind of liking this idea. I'm kind of liking mounting it right here. It just seems like a nice spot. All right, good Saturday morning. We're installing the diesel heater now. We had to put a new alternator in the truck. We had to put a new battery in the truck. They both were bad. So the day we were gonna go put it in, the truck wouldn't start, and it was 2 days before Christmas, so that wasn't gonna happen. So we got that done. It's install heater day. So here's my mess of stuff. Okay, I'm building a bracket to set it on. It's gonna set here, the exhaust is gonna come down and then out the side of the camper. So this is my bracket, some aluminum diamond plate I had kicking around. It sets up high enough so it won't rub on these screw heads. So that's the first step, build this bracket and get the holes cut out for the exhaust. And yeah, hopefully this works. Okay, there's our bracket. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got all the holes marked, pre-drilled for my hole saws. So these are the bolts, the 4 bolts that hold it down. That's the fuel line, and this will be the exhaust and the intake. So let's drill those with the hole saw now. Okay, as you can see, everything's gonna line up except for my fuel line because it comes out at an angle. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments on that hole so I can get this to slide on. So minor adjustment, a little more drilling. Okay, well, you can see it, but we changed our hole, but all along. Let's see if she fits now. Come on, work for daddy. All right, a little bit more adjusting. Okay, made our new adjustment. Hope you can see it. Come on, 3rd time's a charm. All right, everything seems to fit except for I have a few holes. My 4 bolt holes are not big enough, so we're gonna stretch those out and it's gonna drop right on. 4th time will be the charm. So, as you know, let me turn a little bit. As you know, I'm kind of winging it here. The instructions aren't the greatest. I couldn't see if it's 0 clearance. I don't have a lot of room. I don't want to encroach on my door. I meant for there to be a little gap. Well, there's not. I've even shimmed it 1/4 of an inch, and there's still not. So somewhere I goofed up. So my next thing is, the exhaust is going to come down and roll out the side of the camper. I cut a little bit off the bottom of this plate. This plate, I think, is meant to be screwed underneath the vehicle. But since I'm mounting it on this diamond plate, I guess I'll use this as my template to go out the side. So what I did was I cut a little off because I want it to go down as far as I can before it 90s. I don't know if that 90s, the instructions aren't really that great. So I just didn't want to put a 90 right out of the unit. And I got a hole saw. Let me back up. I was going to cut a big square hole so there's no wood anywhere near the exhaust to burn. And I still always can, but I'm just drilling a bigger hole than the exhaust. And this hole is bigger than the exhaust pipe. So I'm going to go with that so I don't have to cut a big hole. So I'm going to drill 2 holes in the side, and that's going to be my intake, my combustible air, and my exhaust air. So wish me luck drilling a hole in the side of my camper. When I buy my new camper, I probably won't want to do this. But since this one is an $800 camper, and I've had more than $800 worth of fun. I mean, I'm making money. I've had at least $1,000 worth of fun in here. I mean, I've already made $200 worth of fun. So, anyways, it's a little easier with an $800 camper. But hopefully it's all going to work. Let's go. All right. I couldn't find it in the instructions, and I didn't see it in any of the videos that I've watched. I'm going to put a bead of fire caulk right here where the exhaust makes the connection. And the reason why I'm doing that is because in every other vehicle I've watched, they've mounted this on the floor, and that connection is underneath the vehicle. So because the connection's in an occupied space, I'm going to put some silicone there, and hopefully that'll help seal it. Obviously I don't want any exhaust inside the camper. So we're gonna put a bead right there the best we can. I might have got a little frisky with that, but and hopefully we won't have any problems. Yuck. All right, let's make that connection. I feel pretty good about that. We got a heck of a bead, a fireproof silicone caulking. Well, I don't know if it's silicone. It's probably not silicone if it's fireproof. But anyways, we got a bead of fire caulking there, and so I feel pretty good that that's not going to be a problem for us. Okay, this is not my trick. I'm stealing it from, I think it's Chad from Living the Van Life. I drilled a hole in the bottom. I stuck a wire out the hole and put it through the piece. Put a couple little kinks in it so it could easily pull out. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm just gonna hopefully pull it right through. Come on. He's a genius. He's a genius. Look at that. I'm not sure I would have figured that out, but we got it through. Now we're gonna put the O-ring on and the nut, and we are hooked up. All right, we got the tank somewhat mounted. This is what it looks like. You can see that I've got some rubber washers in there, and then regular washers and some nuts. I was thinking the rubber, well, maybe it'll help protect the tank.
I'm gonna see if I have a deep socket, tighten those up, hook up the fuel line, and this part is done. All that's left is the plug and play wire.
Okay. Final step is getting power to this thing, and I don't know if the Goal Zero is even going to run it off the battery port. We're going to try. So I cut this off an old air mattress inflator that I had. Sacrificed it because I couldn't find one at Napa or anything like that. I opened it up and determined that this one is the ground. It runs to these, and I believe these are the grounds, and that one's the positive. So we're going to splice it on here. And splice it on here. And let's see if it fires this thing up. Well, then I'm going to go get some diesel, and then we'll see if it fires it up. So that's where we're at. Wish me luck. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got some combustion. Something's happening. Okay, I have my thermometer from the refrigerator, and it's exceeding 80 degree hot air coming out of there. I mean, it's probably getting to be close to 100 degree hot air. Check this out. I can't keep my hands in front of it, so there is some hot air coming out of this thing. Cold, so zero clearance. Good, because that's unfortunately all I got. But this thing's got over 100 degree air coming out. Hey, so we got the heater installed today, and we drove up to the parking lot at Mount Hood Meadows. Got ourselves an Angry Orchard, and we're sitting here checking it out. I forgot to bring the thermostat or the thermometer that I used to see how hot the air was coming out, to see how much it warms it up in here. Forgot that, so, but I can feel it's warming up nicely. There's still a little bit of a smell coming off of it. I'm hoping that that'll just burn off. I'm hoping that it's not the fire caulking that I put on there. That was not, like I said, I didn't see that on anybody else's videos or in any of the instructions. It's just, I thought with my install, the way the connection is made in the living space, I might want that. So hopefully that wasn't a goof up. But other than that, it's running great. It puts out a ton of heat. And of course, this is a small space, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, let me show you what it looks like. Of course, you've already seen it. We'll turn the light, turn the camera. So there it is, running. I don't know if you can hear the tick of the fuel pump. It's not as bad as I thought. I'm going to build a box around it, I believe. You know what? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a box at least around the lower half. That exhaust pipe gets hot, so I'm at least going to do that. So anyways, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope some of the things I did help you out. I hope you can install it in your camper. So until next time, get outside, have some fun, and we'll see you on our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you like what we're doing. Hit the like button, put a comment, share it with anybody you want. I try to answer every comment. Also check out my Instagram, ADV with Roscoe. All one word, same as the YouTube channel. We're gonna do some scottle cooking here real soon. I've got a couple of things I've been working on. My stuffed jalapenos and my ahi tuna. We're gonna cook those up. So I hope you like what we're doing. Throw it in the comments. Subscribe. See you guys next time. Thank you very much for all your support and watching, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you. See you next time.